Beginning 3 years before the final Confederate surrender, as battles raged across Tennessee, many slaves made the harrowing decision to break their bonds and escape to Union strongholds.
In a town like Memphis, controlled by the Union Army, in a town like Nashville, controlled by the Union Army, you see a lot of enslaved people knowing fully what's going on, knowing that if they can get to one of these fortified towns controlled by the Union Army, they will be self-emancipating. They will be free. And so with these camps around the cities of Tennessee, where enslaved people have found refuge, you will see northern missionaries coming down to these contraband camps, as they were called, specifically to start educating the children and the adults as well.
Most of the ex-slaves were convinced that education had the power. And the reason why was because people in Southern society who were running everything and who had money, they were all educated. And the people who didn't, even white people who didn't have anything and didn't run anything, they weren't educated. So very early on, slaves in their minds linked education and power over one's own life and one's own destiny.
With the help of northern missionaries, the Freedmen's Bureau, and black churches, former slaves made impressive strides under the protection of federal Reconstruction policies. Thousands of freedmen were learning to read and write. A handful of these schools would grow into black colleges, which began to appear across Tennessee as the need for African American teachers intensified.
What has grown into historically black colleges and universities today began as freedmen schools. And you would see them all across the South, very meager students at various age levels and also achievement levels.
There were people graduating from schools that were called college, but they didn't really have college training. Most of those schools, and Knoxville College is one, for a good while it had a normal school, which is where you graduated teachers, but that was half the training that a college graduate would get.
Black education in the South was overwhelmingly controlled by northern white missionaries. It was they who had come first. It was they who had given the most materially, those who served as faculty and staff. And it's for that reason that for a very long time, white missionaries got all the credit for the success of black colleges. I argue that while there is a lot of credit owed to them, there's enough credit to be shared. And so we have to make room for black self-determination.
Very early on, slaves in their minds linked education and power over one's own life and one's own destiny. For them, getting an education was the same thing as becoming truly free.